Hello, let's discuss maximum ones question from today's Codechef Charters 180. You are given a binary string S of length n consisting only of zeros and ones. You are allowed to perform at most k operations on the string. In each operation, you can choose an index I and update the character at position I as follows. Si is equal to max of si, si plus 1. Here the maximum is taken in the numerical sense. Character 1 is considered to be greater than character 0. Your task is to determine the maximum possible number of ones in the string after performing at most k such operations. The length can go up to 10 and k is less than or equal to n, and it contains only of characters 0 and 1. For example, if the initial string length is 3 and k is equal to 1, we can take index 1 and apply the operation. So the new first index character is 1. So the new string will be 111 and the maximum number of ones possible is 3. So for example, let's take two indices I and I plus 1. So these are the possible 4 cases. Yes, I is 0 and I plus 1 is 1, and similarly both are 0. Similarly first one is 0 and first one is 1 and second one is 0. Similarly both are 1. So by applying operation on index 0, yes, 0 is equal to max of 0 comma 1, which is 1. So the new string is 1 1, and by doing the operation here, 0 comma max of 0 comma 0, which is 0, and similarly max of 1 comma 0 is 1, max of 1 comma 1 is 1. So it is beneficial to perform operation only on first type because there is no increment of any one in these three operations. Only in the first one the count of 1 is increased. So it is better to do operations of type 1, and we can utilize maximum operations so that we can make all the string to 1. For example, let's take this string, and as we discussed that we can convert only 0 to 1 1. Let's find the highest index of 1, because after that we cannot convert any 0 to 1 because only 0 1 is required. As we are taking 1 which is at highest index, there is no possibility that this can be converted to 1. So initially we can find the rightmost 1. After zeros after it are useless, and how many zeros can be converted to 1? The number of zeros before 1 can be converted to 1, because we can select this index and convert this to 1. Or if there are initially ones in some positions, for example it is 1 here and it is 0, so we can change this. So similarly, by using any number of operations, we can convert all the zeros before to 1, but we have to perform only maximum k operations. So the maximum number of zeros that can be converted to 1 is minimum of k comma the number of zeros, because we cannot use more than k operations. So the zeros which are allowed to change are the zeros before 1, before the highest index 1, and the maximum number of operations is k. So the final answer is minimum of these both. So let's check the code. Initially we are inputting the string and finding the number of ones in the initial string, because if the operations are 0 or if all the characters in the string are 1, no operations are required. So we are finding the number of ones in the initial string, and we are finding the rightmost index where the character is 1. Initially right is equal to -1, because if there is no 1, all letters are 0, so final answer will be 0. So initially right is -1, and traversing from j is equal to n minus 1, if we found character 1, it is the rightmost index found so far, so we can break the loop. And initially if the count of zeros before the rightmost index is 0, and we are traversing all indices and counting the number of zeros, so finally the number of ones that are converted to zeros before the final index are minimum of k comma 0, and we are not changing any ones to zeros initially, so the initial number of ones will still be there, but these extra ones are formed here. Like the video. If you have any doubts, post in the comments below. See you in the next video.